Okay, it's Thursday, October 20th, and this is a SPY midday update. And you can see here, it looks like we have a potential failure in terms of price really exploding up, pausing kind of for a while, then coming back down through the middle of yesterday's range. And that's what I talked about as a potential reversal signal. We went up originally, broke through the high. This would be normally the target if everything was going to stay intact to the upside, but then we came back down through the halfway point of that bar, and now that projects to the low of this bar. And if we zoom this out at the moment, we see stops down here that look like they want to be taken out, and then we have a gap in here that looks like it wants to be filled. So that's what you're now looking for until conditions change. And we see then if ultimately by the end of the week, this looks like a potential shooter bar forming here if we close weak, and if we can come all the way down below the green line, then the month turns red. So again, this is just the tricky environment we're in. I didn't necessarily expect it, but in terms of the trading, I bought a call in here, scaled out. There were opportunities to take just short-term gains, and if not, then you're kind of breaking even on the rest of the trade. And now, you actually had an opportunity to go short. In terms of the developing action, it was more, once you came up and saw this orderly pause in here, and then it had this big red bar that kind of moved through this gap, you kind of knew that this no longer was just an uptrend on the day. We were following price action, hoping it would just continue to upper targets, and then that changed the whole day around to come back through the midpoint of the prior day. So now we're just heading lower. Again, this could be you just got to go with the failure scenario here and see how much follow-through you get. Each time in the past when we've tried to come down, it's met with buying, but at some point it's going to really pick the direction and hold. So it was a good opportunity here to get long, given the opening price action. No risk trade. It could have even been small gains. You wouldn't get hurt if with good entry and good trade management. And now you're on the downside as of about here. And now again, you're in a position where you did get the follow through to the intraday lows, and it looks like again there are some stops to be taken out here, and that can set up a no risk trade to the downside. So that's all we're trying to do here is kind of follow price action wherever the market leads us. And at the moment now, I'm playing the failure to the downside, and we'll see how that week ends up tomorrow. And if that means follow through lower, and maybe that was the failed 2-up week, that seems to be developing here. So again, just got to go with the price flow, and we'll just see how much lower the market wants to go today. Yesterday, after the breakdown, it kind of held for most of the afternoon. Today, it seems like it wants to take out these stops, and at that point maybe you just get a free fall. So we'll see what happens, but it's kind of no risk now, given that you're kind of short up here. You got a little follow through. Now let's see really what develops by the end of the day.